yo, yo, what the fuck is up, YouTube? West Coast Graffiti and Tags here. You know what the fuck it is. Alright. So, today I figure since I have this nice little device here, I might as well show it off to you guys and give you my opinion on how I believe that it works. What this little guy here is a Mitsubishi replica of a Uniball small barrel silver pump action marker, and I figure this is a great little marker that I love. Multiple purposes, very versatile marker, great for a lot of things, stickers, small tags, and I don't see a lot of people using them on the intro nets. So I figure, what the hey, I'll show you guys what they're all about today. So today, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so just a little bit of information about this little guy. It is a valve action paint marker with a 2mm round nib. It has an oil-based paint in it. I do not know what the solvent is in that oil-based paint, and it runs with a very, very opaque silver paint. So it's some good shit for catching. It's getting a little bit streaky. I need to pump it up, sorry. It's some good shit for catching small little tags on small little things like that, if you're not trying to go super hard and big with the tags. But yeah, that's about it. Figured I would give you a little bit of information before I go in on the marker and give you a complete and total all-out review and run around of the bad boy. Ooh, people are picking up on the bus tag and shit. So all in all, this is a great, smooth ride. Really, really easy to control, really, really small, easy to hide. It's smelly though, that is the one thing about this marker. That is definitely a downfall of it, if you need to be sneaky about the smell of your markers, which is not normally a big deal. But other than that, I don't really have any major issues with it, other than just pump action marker issues, them being streaky, stuff like that. But all in all, I'm really enjoying the marker so far. University Street Telestation. So this marker is really good for small locations that you want to do nice cutty tags on, like this, because the nib is not super gigantor, so it's not great for doing noticeable big tags, because the nib is not super big, so you can't do super big pronounced tags on big electrical boxes. I mean, you can, but whatever. But it's really great for stuff like this in that fire hydrant, because it fits and is a very controllable marker. It's really easy to control what's going on, not like a gigantic mop where you have to worry about flow and whatnot, since it's a, how do you say, a valve action pump valve action marker. You can do, or you can juice up the nib really well, and you're pretty much good to go. Whereas it's just different game with all those other squeezy markers and non-nibbed markers, because it's very hard to decide or figure out how well it's gonna work and how controllable it's gonna be. This is just like any paint pen that you've used, so it's a lot easier to control and to just have an idea of what's going on with the marker. So it's much better for small little tags like that, little controlled things, controlled situations, cutty little guys, whereas mops are going to be better for big tags and other markers. So this is kind of like corrections pins in that sense, where it's great for small locations and stuff like that. And also these are really great for smooth surfaces versus rough surfaces. How's it going? These generally don't work great on rough surfaces. I mean, they actually do work very well on rough surfaces because they're able to get into all the little nooks and crannies, versus other markers that will have trouble getting into all the nooks and crannies of a small surface. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, rough surfaces. Generally, these are best served on smooth metals and stuff along that line too. Fence metals, you know, blah, I can't speak right now. Signpost metals, signs like that, plastic stuff, jump bikes. These are really good for jump bike tagging, I found, because for one, they're really good on plastic and they really eat into that plastic, and two, if there's not always a lot of room on those little jump bikes, you can always fit yourself in with one of these guys, because you can always find a space and do a small tag with one of these. But like I said, it comes with the cost of not being able to do giant tags and in big places. And you also have to worry and deal with making sure that the nib is pumped up and making sure that you have enough ink in the valve, the action valve, to make sure it doesn't start to dry out and get streaky like it is kind of doing there, because that does happen when the nib starts drying up. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna fucking end this clip because it's damn near 5 minutes long. So I'll give you guys a good idea of how well this guy works on different surfaces and talk a little bit more about it in a sec. So another surface that it would work really well on is wood, considering how opaque this silver is. That's another thing I did want to touch on, is this is a super opaque silver paint, I believe. I'm pretty sure it is a paint marker, oil-based. Xylene is the solvent used in the marker. Okay, we're good. Where was I going with that? Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, Xylene is the solvent, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look that up and verify that to make sure. But with woods and treated boards, like I just caught a tag on, this is great because it doesn't have any soaking issues like other paint markers would, because it's so opaque and such a good ink so much pigment in it because of that chrome. That silver pigment that they use sticks really well on that wood shit, so it doesn't soak in like it would, like a lot of other paint markers would that are oil based, that are a lot thinner. So it's great for doing tags on wood surfaces like that. And it's also not too bad because, like I said earlier, it's not too bad on the rough surfaces because it can you can kind of control what's going on, and it can get into all those little crevices and stuff like that on the rough surfaces. So that is very nice about this marker. And I do really enjoy this little guy so much. The only thing I don't like about it is that pump style marker, because you really have to keep on top of getting that nib juiced up and making sure it stays painty or inky, whatever you're using. Like on that tag I just caught, it was starting to get a little bit streaky if you didn't notice. And I mean, it's not a big deal, but that's what happens, is it just gets streaky, and then you realize that you're a noob and you forgot to pump your marker up. Anyway, moving on. I'll talk at you guys in a minute.